Hello. We good? I can't tell. Hello and welcome back. And hi, officially, I'm here.
Yay!
There's a Grace on your screen. I'm so small. I am not like the god that I think I am. I'm over there.
Over there.
Over there.
Over there.
Over here.
Over there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Hey! Just as a reminder, we are looking to expand. We have a meeting with Downtime Taps up in Ferndale coming up this week. I have a meeting with Twin Sisters in Bellingham coming up in September, hopefully for a fall start. And then, I know that it's super hot outside. I know that it's August. I also know that Christmas is coming, and our fantastic woman who sews everything I think she's gearing up for this. Like, you're making fabulous aprons for...
I just finished 2 before stream.
Mm-hmm, yeah. So if you want a custom order, you want to start looking at her stock before it starts going away, you can check all that stuff out, too. You don't have an Etsy site anymore, right?
No, but I...
GearGaming65.com.
Is it up on there?
Okay.
All right, it's coming up on our website, GearGaming365.com.
But I've been putting everything on the Facebook page, so for now...
That's true. Just follow us there. Message her there. If you have a favorite or 2 favorites, Sam, stop interacting with the dog.
The dog is barking at me.
And close the door or something. Jeez.
It's hot.
It's going to still bark. It's fine.
It's fine. Check those out, and if you have maybe 2 favorite fandoms you want to mix together, I'm sure she can pull something together just for you. So
the ones I did were Nightmare Before Christmas. So.
Mm-hmm. But if you want like a Nightmare Before Christmas apron and like a Hogwarts themed pockets, we can totally make that happen. I'm sure. I'm signing you up for things right now, but it's a thing that can happen. So
there's fabric stores everywhere. I work at one. So.
Yeah, we can custom basically anything. I know, right? Otherwise, we are waiting for 2 people. We have a dog outside for some ambiance. We'll say that the Kuatoa have a puppy.
Awesome.
Totally
The fish. They have a dogfish.
Dogfish.
That's a thing. And so we'll just have it as part of our ambiance. So, otherwise, let me just remind you where we were. The Monday Night Mountaineers cleared out a large portion of Undermountain of level 4. They cleared out the Aboleth. They were ready to rumble to the next level. They were like, let's just see what else is here. Turns out, dun dun dun, there's a couple drow. So they ran from the drow and told the Kuatoa to move inland.
Wait. We kicked many of the drow's ass. Then we ran from the remaining.
Yeah, you're right.
Tactical retreat.
So they had a tactical retreat from about half of the drow that were left after they kicked their butts, maybe a little bit more than half. Took a nice nap, and then the Kuatoa were like, we can't go further inland, there's some hook horrors. And then guess what they did? They cleared out all half dozen or so of the Kuatoa, or of the hook horrors. Caught the Kuatoa. Please don't kill the Kuatoa. I love these guys. They're my friends now. So they have done their job. They have cleared it out. We'll see if they tell them about the one that got away. My party is no longer neutral or anything good. Nothing good. Yeah, it's fine. And so, what kind of hook horror communicates by itself? Just clamming on things and banging away. So we'll just see what happens. So we find ourselves with the party in the middle of the Kuatoa main dude's chamber, where he's still building this horrifying statue, which you have helped him complete to his knowledge, and he gave you a green gem that's probably for the alchemist. We'll see what you do with that. And we have not had any sort of a break other than our nap in the tent, so you should still be hurt.
I would find the chieftain.
He's right in front of you.
The shaman guy.
Noogaloop.
Right.
Hey, how close is your god to being done for you?
Hope so.
One of them got away and is really pissed off.
Oh.
He's probably going to come for revenge. You might want to pray hard and
Okay,
fast.
that sounds good.
Okay, we're going to leave now.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
We're going to take a...
Well, that's not a good option. What do you think I should do?
Well, I would just move all of your people over there. Don't worry, he probably won't be back for the next day.
Okay.
And then we're going to go over here and take a break.
Well, do a persuasion roll.
I will.
4.
Okay. Well, I'll pray to our God and see what he says to do.
That sounds good. What's the plan?
I have an idea.
What's your
I'm
idea?
gonna
Oh,
use
great.
thaumaturgy
using ominous whispers
Klabu.
to
Please come to
try
us.
and see the words of "move your people" in ominous whispers.
So, within the Kuatoa or within just the dudes?
It's ominous whispers, so people.
So, like in the chamber that you're in, or extending
it's ominous
outwards?
whispers as I'll wait a little bit as
Okay.
he's praying and
Yeah.
then I start to do it.
Okay, so he says, "Move your people."
Like it's like a small.
Is it like
cacophony?
Yeah, like all of the voices at once, sort of saying this to him.
It's. I guess it's up to interpretation. It says ominous whispers.
That sounds like that.
A small crowd of people.
Okay.
Kind of like doing that.
Okay,
is
so
what it
do-
seems to suggest.
Well, how about you do a persuasion?
Persuasion.
Persuade him.
18.
Okay. So he's praying. What is his name again? I keep forgetting. Klabu. Oh, Klabu. And then he hears, "Move your people. Move your people. Move your people. Oh, the great Klabu has spoken. Everyone, we must move." And so the fish people. I picture like in SpongeBob when all the fish like descend on the thing. So they all kind of rush past. And then walk past the ones who are sick. Where are they going to go? The ones who are sick are going to go check out the chamber first. Kind of make the way clear. So we're over here.
Awesome.
One of them's in the dark. It's fine. Okay, so they're gonna secure the way. One is gonna post up over here. Oh, somebody post up down here. And then the rest can. And I'm not gonna move them slowly because that's a lot of work. But we are gonna take. Who's that? That's fine. Take my Kuatoa people. And they rush past you while you're talking to the dude. And here they are in the chamber. Not too sure about this because they see the dead, rotting carcasses of the previous attendants. But, alright, so you feel like they're safer now.
Then attempt to take a short rest.
Okay.
Didn't we get the long rest at the end of the last session?
We did.
Not at the end of last session. You did it in the beginning of last session,
Yeah, at the beginning of last session we got a long rest, but
and then you ran back and
Okay.
I...
at least an hour
Called it
into
good.
a short rest. If we can do those, is then
Slightly annoyed.
yeah.
Yeah, one of you, in whatever form you want to have your short rest, you do have your short rest. It is successful.
Maintain watch.
Okay. Do a perception roll for me.
Does that pipe require attunement?
Let me double check. It does not. It's small enough to fit in a 1-foot cube. It loses its shape after a few seconds becoming an ordinary puff of smoke. So you can spend your short rest puffing on this little pipe and
And
getting
just
as she gets, but
I don't think that's restricted.
It's not restricted.
Okay,
It's
then yeah.
whenever you spend hit dice.
I'm sure she's very useful.
Yeah. And I can do it again now.
Oh, goody.
Well,
So,
Guns.
Oh, okay.
do you do that as angrily in character as you do out? Okay.
Alright. I
you
suppose.
seem very enthusiastic.
It's been a while. I need to have material for my written word. It's been like
Bad spellings, like a left handwriting.
Yeah, no, the vignettes have been like written in Soul's journal.
Oh,
So
No, but I want like a physical copy of
You
this.
got the strike throughs and like custom
can
font.
make it to whom it may concern.
You spelled. Never mind. Here.
Thank you. Well, besides this shore, where would you rather be right now, boss? I imagine there's some
I may not know.
group of formidable fighters, or these ones specifically.
Well, to be honest with you, Soul, you're really the only person that knows me this well, because I hate to have you by my side.
That leaves like choices and stuff.
Well, I know
Rachel,
Soul's reasoning
We assumed
behind
you did a
his
song
song
of rest.
Why?
Is that fair? Okay.
Who do you consider an enemy to be down here?
I answered that question within the first 2
Can you hand me
days
that
that I
paper
knew
behind you?
the female sorcerer or wizards in general. But can't you see that there's some of us fighting against those kind?
I could.
If you couldn't, I would be invisible.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, he said, can't you see that there's people fighting them, and like I fight magic-y types. So if you couldn't see me, I would be invisible. Can either of you do that?
Only if you stand still really, really, really still long enough do you become invisible.
No, I mean like magically. Can you like do that to me?
Yeah, I can. Like I said, you just have to stand really, really still for a really long time.
Like when you're
Like
investigating
stop
stuff?
talking and start standing still, and maybe you might get there before the end of this rest.
You can do a deception check in the insight roll if you want to.
Soul has a general idea of how long this would take too.
Okay. 15.
It's like, it's one of those ritual casting things.
Yeah. It's only a ritual. Perfect. Can you see him anymore, Tomna?
He needs to practice not breathing.
We can hear you. It's okay.
Oh, that's
The
problematic.
spell's failed by now.
All right.
Misplaced bra again.
I think he's over there sleeping.
He'll wake up soon. Do you guys want to continue talking about what you're doing, or we had a short rest with a song of rest, and
I think we should go further.
So we had a short rest with a song to rest?
yes,
I don't like the idea of leaving Drow up here, especially since we know where Skullport is.
So you want to try to hit the drow again before we leave?
I
They
forget they
had
can see me now.
some pretty intense armor, and that loans itself to potentially having useful weapons and items, which we could sell. And it's a lot shorter walk to Soulport than any other time we've been adventuring.
Did you call it Soulport?
He did sound like he said soul part.
I have mild rheumatism from being hit a lot of times. Sometimes my pronunciation
I thought you were
is
naming it
bad.
after yourself. The Soul Land.
Soulport?
No, that's for
It is now.
Conquerors, and I haven't killed enough people there yet.
Yeah, you almost died too.
I'm not opposed to going after the drow.
I need a good night's sleep before we go up to the drow.
Well, you just had a short rest.
Yes, but I still need a good
I
night's
think
sleep.
we should scout it out before we make any
I
judgment
do
calls.
agree that we should have a much better and reasoned, whatever those are. Where
You mean a
like,
plan?
talk a lot before we kill stuff.
Like a plan, period.
My thing is more elk. That seemed to work.
I don't disagree. If we use the elk early,
We're not dead because of that, I'm assuming. So
will they fall for the same thing again?
I highly doubt it.
I think we might have survived without him, but it would have been a lot closer. Tell him where we're going.
Is that what you do?
Sometimes.
Do you have a journal too? Okay, for that, but I need more time to spell it correctly.
As Coraline takes out her journal and writes a note.
With the page.
Well,
Plus,
I mean, I'm fine with, let's go get the boat and scout out some drow, I guess.
Ron's also a fairly good tracker. He can.
I was thinking we go to the next
Catch
level.
Isn't that
Deeper
where
down.
I mean, I kind
Skullport
of.
is? Skullport.
No, that's
Skullport's
pretty
above us.
much on the same
like a parallel level.
that we are on. We can get to different levels from Skullport, and we can get to Skullport from different levels.
On level 4 right now?
We're in a cave with a bunch of fish people. I'm not sure exactly what level you call that.
Out of character, yes.
But I know that the river goes down further, deeper. obviously things get more difficult down there.
Well, I'm just gonna detail dice. I get 1d6 on for the Song of Unrest, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Song of Unrest.
Song of
Yeah.
Unrest. It must be a metal song.
Don't you rest!
I was really angry when I sang that one.
Well, I've heard that one. It's by Necrotic Phlegm.
Spend my last 2 hit dice.
Holy smokes.
I had to expend them to stay alive before. 4, 6, 12. Do I get my constitution on the.
2
on
dice.
the-
Individually.
Yeah, on those 2 dice. I get
Yeah,
it
on the Song of Rest.
No,
No.
no, Song of Rest. Just do 6.
13. I got pencil. My other these hit points, I assume, are gone, the temporary ones.
Yes, that.
6.
If you're down that much in health, then yeah, they're gone.
I think he summoned that after I'd already gotten down a bunch. He had cast the totem after I had lost a bunch of hit
So in
points.
that case,
Well, I think
no.
it's a 24-hour totem. Or 24-hour hit points.
Yeah, the temp HP are
Yes.
remain so long as you have them.
Well,
Yeah.
they until you finish a long rest or you gain different temporary hit
More
point. Yeah.
temporary hit points.
Right.
Okay, so then I still have it.
They don't stack.
Yeah.
You have to gain
Yeah.
more to override it.
I mean, I kind of want to kill the ground, but. I
Well,
think
we know
that-
what you want to do.
I also, do we want them to come back after us when we suspect it?
I kind of
I
want
wanna
them
seek
to.
revenge.
Kind of want them to follow us into the newly liberated Skullport and have them get barbecued.
Are we heading
I
back
feel
to
like
school?
that would be amusing.
I think they'll find out that on their own.
But if we can motivate it, we can witness it.
If we live long enough.
There has been rumors that they have been coming into Undermountain in waves. I'm sure we'll run across them again, and probably more powerful drow. And no.
You don't want to come out. Anybody want to come?
Nope, I'm good.
We saw the boat.
Yeah.
Do we?
Let me check. Where's all my dice? Jeez. It's right in front of me. There we go. You do have a boat still.
I say we get in this thing and go down the river.
And if we run into those, well, we kill them.
Smart.
The boat?
Ram them with the
Yeah,
ship!
We kill them with the boat. No, probably your sharks or bees
I mean,
or.
to be fair, there's a lot of wood to make a decent floating.
And our
I'm getting all of
onset
the
man is
inspiration
really
today, you guys.
communicative. Usually they're just quiet in the
Start
corner.
working these
Well,
off.
do we just want to carry Brock to the boat?
Yeah. I suppose.
Just
So-
drag him along.
I'm pretty sure this is narcolepsy.
He can be walking. He can be back to Skullport, or are we going to level 5?
Level 5.
I hope
That was
someone
a-
knows how to tell.
You're making sharks.
Sharks.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, okay.
Sharks.
Patrol
That's probably a
sharks
good call.
away.
No results. Why aren't there any results found? Sharks. Shark. Like this, where they're like cornering the boat a little bit farther away, or all forward. They're all
They're
facing
gonna
their own direction.
frame the boat, yeah.
Okay, like that kind of far away, or
With 20 feet
Alright.
on any side so that they have 10 feet of boat.
we'll call that. We'll just know that that's
Yeah.
that. Okay.
So they have 30 feet out and then 20 feet back before the boat. So that it,
Whatever you said, I'm doing.
neat.
Okay. Whoop, whoop. Can you make the noise again? While I'm. Oh shoot.
Apparently I can't.
I'm just.
When a
I
shore
have-
comes in range, should I shadow step to it and check the tunnel for ambushes?
Yes, that. There's no such thing as a boat.
They use the parts for the chariot for the god.
So anytime you come across like a ledge when it gets within 60 feet,
Hi ho.
and then anytime I've
Yeah.
checked that's clear, I'm just gonna like shadow step to it. It's clear, shadow step.
Pop pop. Okay. As you go into this one, it's dead. I don't want to kill you in the water.
Not in the water.
To be
No, not in the
fair,
water. I wanna
most
kill you
of those
other
encounters
places.
go in our favor eventually, and we just have to stop
Eventually.
for a long time.
Yeah, and that's kind of boring for me. Peyton, you have a decision to make.
Yes.
Narcolepsy. You've been diagnosed.
Nothing here.
And then I would shadow step.
And then go up to the
see
north
other
one?
From
Uh,
there.
15. This is the slippery one with a rotting stench, but no new things. You've been here before.
And then as soon as the boat passes
Okay.
by, 'cause I
Keep
can't
following
see
it.
until they catch
Yeah,
back up.
yeah. All right, team. We have a decision. I'm not sure what the decision is.
During the time frame that she's gone, can we
Yes.
resume the game of betting on where she comes back?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
We
only
haven't done
gone
that for
for
a
like
long time. It
She's
doesn't
like,
matter.
there.
15 seconds.
Doesn't matter.
More than enough time for them to slap down.
Yeah, Coraline and I both would. Definitely.
Okay. You have a choice to make. There is the way that I created, because I misread the map earlier,
Okay.
down to Skullport, down to your right, or you can chart uncharted waters to the
Do I know
to your left.
whether or not the charted waters would potentially lead lower?
You would know that.
Then
Yeah.
I will just say, stick to the left. The right will take us back to Skullport.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait.
1, 2, 3, 4. So
Ah. Roll for your bet.
west.
Oh.
4 calls it.
Okay. Alright, and the second one?
Facing west. Oh, no, because I shadow stepped and then I went up to a tunnel and then I
Okay.
came back.
Okay.
So I didn't.
Alright. We both lost.
Okay.
So we pull our coins back and wait for you to
Do I
pay for
get- do I
again.
get the money?
No.
No.
Because it,
You have
she
no
comes
idea
back
what
and
we're
be like, no, the money's gone as soon as she shows up. We're both watching that spot.
She doesn't land in it. I got the coin back.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just awkwardly reaching around near her legs.
Yep.
Sorry, I dropped something.
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me a moment.
As the water rushes by, you continue forward. I know. You find yourselves in the sharks got stuck on the other page. Paste. It looks like there's a full moon off in the distance. It's autumn. The trees are orange and red and brown.
Certain range, but I sure can. I imagine that this is probably a natural phenomenon, though. In a space large enough.
The sun?
The sun and the moon and stars.
I mean, I imagine, the stars could be some sort of bioluminescent plants, but a
Or
sun,
bugs.
but a sun.
How
setting-
high up is the ceiling?
You only see the stars and the sun and the moon. You don't see a ceiling.
What does the air smell like?
Like nature, which is weird because you haven't been smelling this in months, but you smell
Alright, I'll start my ritual.
dirt. You smell these trees. You
Are
smell.
there trees? Like
There are
regular
trees, yeah. So along these are these cliffs that are next to you. There are trees just everywhere, and it's autumn. They're the browns and the reds and the oranges and the yellows.
Are we all seeing this, or is this a singular hallucination?
No, we're all seeing
We all
this.
see it.
Oh,
Is
shit.
there shore?
Not that you can see yet,
I'm gonna start by
Okay.
do that detective.
and we've stopped.
Yeah, I'm trying to anchor as best as possible.
So do we open up into just like water everywhere, or just like walls along? the
There's
side?
just walls along the sides as you enter.
Walls of trees, I imagine.
Yeah,
Just
so
like,
you
there's
can't
not
like you can't like breach because it's like a little bit of a cliff, but then
Okay.
there's like forests.
How
Yes.
high up is the cliff?
Hold on.
In character.
Yes.
It could be a lot of illusions separately.
I'm trying to detect for magic right now, but it'll take a few seconds.
Yep. I think Peyton's trying to jump up on the
Yes.
cliff.
Well, I want to ask how high up is this cliff?
Let me.
We see like lots of trees.
Pull out the rope of climbing.
Yeah, there's trees all
Step
around.
in the middle of the boat.
Uh-oh.
Work with them.
This sounds
There's rapids.
like
Yeah, you can help
really
with them.
well laid trap.
As the river starts to flow a little faster. It doesn't tell me how. River of Depths. Yeah, it doesn't tell me how high the slopes are here on the sides. So if you wanted to, you could probably attempt to jump up, see what's going on.
Wait before you go.
I was gonna wait till I was
Yeah.
magical not first.
All right, I've
Yeah.
just
I don't want them to be like fake cliffs and I like jump
I know.
over and just like fall
there
through.
was a lot all at once, so I made sure I got all the things. I think, right?
But I had one thing I wanted to try
Okay,
too.
tell me.
Depending on the range, at 30 feet,
Okay.
I was gonna try to mage hand and see if I could like grab a branch from one of those trees up there.
Mage hand, you can pick things up that are light, but I don't know if you can break a branch off.
But if I can grab it,
Yeah, just with
shake it a little
Okay,
to kind of.
sure. You can grab a branch and
Alright.
shake it a little.
My favorite trees are real. But
What was that?
The tree moved. Ah, you probably
Not
see his
again!
hand. You see him focusing on a hand moving.
Are these trees different than the mushroomy thingies that we've seen?
Yes, these are like outdoor
Real trees.
real trees.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
seems real. I can shake the branch.
You can shake the branch.
I mean, I imagine the trees.
In the water that aren't real. You also feel there's very, very old, just an old feel of magic, but nothing that's like recent. So it just sort of, it's just old
Definitely
magic.
magic going on here, but like none within 30 feet of us for sure that I can discern. Everything else is just really, really old stuff that's been here for a long time. I can't really say. I think we should try to keep going, but be aware. Obviously, the current is increasing, and we need to take caution of that.
Do you want me to take a look
Well,
up on top of the cliff?
Wait on that though. How lit is it?
It is daylight right now.
Alright. Get my ear guns.
Sir.
I know you have a way of getting back 10 minutes. We can get some travel in, and
Yeah, maybe some warning if something more magical shows up.
Okay.
I mean,
Now lift
Okay.
the order.
So as you continue downriver, there is. Why is it called
he
you
neither
out?
likes nor dislikes it. He doesn't take sides.
right.
There you go. So ahead you do see a. I wish they just said easily what they were. All right, so we're on the thing.
Pushing to the side.
Pushing to the side. Shark still in the water.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they'll guard the boat.
I don't know if you wanted to like.
They have a
move them or
0-foot
something.
walking speed, so what they could probably do is like, flop on the
Yeah.
dirt and I grab them by the hammerhead part and like drag them along.
Sure.
Attack that.
All right.
Here, bite this! I should make like a whirlwind or something. I could.
Absolutely can. All right. So you are. Don't know common for some reason.
I think they're talking to you.
What do you mean?
No fire, maybe?
Anything in druidic on the signs?
Yep. Just those.
Well, if the plants attack, yeah, it's gonna be fire.
Okay.
It does say you can harm if you're harmed first.
Yes, you be harmed.
Lest ye be harmed.
You can take it that way, yes.
If this is a fairy contract,
How is this twig right?
a little bit iffy.
Well, not fairies.
So this is a and these trees grow up from 30 feet to 50 feet. They're mature. They are just beautiful trees. Yes.
Is my detect magic still going?
Your detect magic sure is still going.
Are any of them emanating magical auras within 30 feet?
Up on the cliff, one like it looks like maybe a tree or two, but nothing nearby you. Okay, let me take the
Can we
raft.
See around, or creep up and see around that corner?
Yeah.
Into the, whatever room that is?
All right, let me move these guys. Yeah, so this is just like another part of the cliff, but you can peek around and you see as far as you can into the forest.
Okay.
Did you reset our good chance?
I was on the wrong menu. Forest, forest, forest. Let me put you there. Oh, that's the wrong button. There.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So this is, yep, this is just lines of forest.
Can you reread the thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Which part? What it contains, or the sign?
The sign. Yeah.
It says, "Behold, Willow's wood. Harm not, lest ye be harmed." And willow is not with an I; it's with a Y.
I'm not.
I imagine that's the owner of the woods.
It is Willow's Wood.
What do you know about fairies?
But you don't want
Sorry,
to
I
deal
had
with
to.
them.
So, do you think we should get back in the boat and head away?
Just don't make any deals with them.
Okay. But should we go through their forest? Is that making a deal with them?
The sign is about as much of a deal as you're gonna want to deal with.
Alright.
A deal to deal with.
So, are we passing through?
Go for it.
Be very careful
You're
if you
fine.
decide to talk any of these things.
Oh. They talk?
Fairies?
Oh, I was talking about the trees.
Yes, Coraline.
Oh, absolutely, those talk.
So when you gave me that poem,
Mm-hmm.
in the hands of Willow, was that spelled the same way?
Shoot, when did I give you that poem?
It's
When you were
like-
talking about the Elven Blade, it's a river that is located
Oh,
from
yes. That was probably spelled the same. Let me double check.
You say we should
I think I looked up that poem,
consider that.
but it would have been spelled that way if it was in Undermountain.
Yeah, it was about the Emerald Blade.
Okay. What?
I'm hoping, because that would be fucking amazing.
Oh. And I know where my ship's parked, but it'll be a while before we get there.
Elven Relic Sword, be careful with Tirulai is the name of it. In the hands of Willow.
It is. It's
And
spelled
this
Willow with a
is
Y.
Willow's Wood. So
Yes.
I want to maybe
Yep.
figure out
True
who the
lies.
person is.
True lies owner by my love was slain. Then I killed my love, my mind reeling in pain. The mad wizard hid it. The blade could not die. Hid it, he feared it beneath this false sky. True lies heart is trapped neath a wave. Would that I had such a comforting grave. And yes, Willow was spelled with a Y.
Well, this is the night sky. Clearly, this is where the sword might be hidden.
I heard this before. Okay.
What do you guys say we do a full recon?
It's small animals.
Well, that part I can do, but I think we're gonna have to walk on plants, and I don't think that that's gonna.
There's animal trails usually.
Okay, we'll follow those.
I'm gonna start doffing my armor.
Okay. Does that mean on or off?
Off.
Okay.
It's dawn and
Oh, doff. Yeah,
While
because
he's
that
doing
makes
that,
sense.
I will restart the 10-minute
Okay.
ritual so that I can keep concentration on.
Okay.
Like that.
I
Sounds
need a survival track to look for any animal tracks.
I would love if you did that.
That's gonna work with that too.
Go for it.
Give them advantage.
Are
You guys can work together.
You're probably better at yeah, you're better at survival than I am. So
You has advantage.
You has advantage and you has advantage.
Everybody has advantage.
No.
17.
Okay, so what you see are there's actually like 20-foot high walkways. Yeah. So there's this. Okay, anyways. You see some various like chipmunks and deer and maybe a humanoid? Slender footprints of a single humanoid.
But there's like a path to walk on to do what our druid friend is telling us to
Yes.
To do what he's telling
There's like ivy paths and there's different ways through. That's very natural. But they are paths.
Should I go to the top of these trees and see if I can discern the length of this forest?
They are
Only if
32,
you can
50
do
feet,
so
so you
without
could.
damaging the tree in any way, size, shape, or form, including bending a leaf.
Character development. Okay. So you're gonna do your jump. Is that what you're doing?
I will step up. I'm gonna look for like thick
Okay.
branches that can support my very
Okay.
light weight.
So are you just like straight up to the very top, or are you going like one at a time, like one branch, one branch, one branch? How are you doing this?
Well, it's 20. How high did you say they were?
30 to 50 feet. So I'm assuming you're gonna pick like a thick one, so you could like. No, it's
The
tall.
tallest
Mhm.
one, and thickest
Okay.
one I could find.
Okay.
And I can make the jump in one jump if it has a branch. that I
Yes. They're probably the taller ones are like pine trees.
could- So I couldn't see I would
Right.
probably go jump
Okay.
branch to
So
branch,
let's
I probably
do
couldn't see the highest.
A dexterity check with advantage to see if you can do this without damaging a single leaf or pine cone. like the
Dexterity
laugh.
check.
Yes.
It's going to be 16 plus 8
Oh.
is going to be
That's 24. Okay, you do end up at the very top. I'm impressed. I did get the advantage. I'm not really surprised, but so this forest goes on. What's wrong?
Just a check.
Just a check, not a save.
5, but I feel like proficiency.
Okay, so 21. Still good. So this forest spans for miles and miles and miles. Because the sun is still currently setting, you can see off to the southwest. I can't zoom out your map, but I can.
No, but Dan can.
Dan can. Hey Dan, zoom out the map,
So it's a little slightly
or Alt and then scroll out, or scroll down.
There you go. Whoa, buddy.
Okay, so you can't see anything.
Sweet.
But I will give you, hopefully I hid the things. I will give you that over here. Oh. I'm so zoomed out I can't see the end of my polygon reveal.
Yeah, we're zoomed out.
All the way?
We're in the dark.
But they're still dark.
We're on the beach.
No, not all the way.
Zoom out more. It's a
Zoom
big
out
map.
more. Yeah.
Try zooming all the way.
The reverse of the zoom and enhance.
Oh,
no,
okay.
way.
Got it.
You're way in the distance.
Wow.
So those are your two towers you can see over the tree line, but everything else is just forest. The two towers.
Work.
Is that all you? Yeah, that's all you get. All right. Do you want
Can I
to?
see that we can walk through the forest to get to both of them?
You can't necessarily see a path down into
I just
the
meant like the
branches.
forest goes, like there's not like a cliff that like blocks the forest. From one
It does
bit.
seem that there's like some sort of like fencing to get there from the forest, which you wouldn't
Okay.
be able to tell from this far away. Okay.
Find out the hard part.
And the southwest one is the tree.
Correct.
And the south one is the normal tower.
Correct.
So
It's still like foresty, but it looks more like a normal tower than a tree.
maybe go
Yeah, I
there.
will.
This yet?
Is that all I've seen? I'm gonna do.
That is all you see from your height.
Perfect.
Okay.
I will shall set back down to the ground
Okay. You stomp on a slug. No, I'm sorry. You're good.
and
The fairies are coming.
so I found two places to search. There's this really big tree that stands up way higher than the rest of the trees. Looks like you could definitely make a home inside it. And there is another actual tower to the south of us. You can either follow the river and get there, or we might be able to get there through the woods, but I couldn't tell that distance.
It does look like it gets a lot like more rapid as it goes. Some
Did you see any
some light
lights?
rubber, but
I do not see any lights. Just the forest. Other tower south of us through the river. Well, I don't know about the southwestern tower. Tree tower.
I feel like with our luck, it'll be easier to not harm anything if we take a boat ride.
Guess we could go a ways and see if it gets too dangerous.
Well, the way our poem reads.
Let's go through the.
we
I think we should walk through the forest. Looking down, like how thick is brush, like on the ground level? Like, are we gonna have to worry about like
it's a very comfortable forest. Like there's paths to walk.
river? So I think it's best to try some foot until we know we can't use foot anymore, because it might be very difficult to get back up the river if we need to.
Okay. Tomna, I believe this is your area of expertise when it comes to the woods.
Okay.
I haven't really spent much time in the woods myself.
Either way, because you're never lost, because you are where you are, right?
Yeah, but I don't know where we're going.
But it doesn't matter, because if you are where you know you are.
Well, I know where I am and I'm not lost.
That down on me right now.
Okay, so you got your incense. I picture you like a monk with like the swinging thing, but I'm sure you only have the incense out because you probably
I
don't
have,
have the swinging thing.
One stick.
Okay, one stick of incense that you're just got lit, and you're peacefully walking through the forest. So as you're conversing,
Use
Soul walks
wild
up.
shape to turn into a fox.
Okay.
Lightweight and whatever. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I should have known because I
Start following soul.
Here's a little fox. Are you gonna run ahead? Are you
I
gonna?
will stay close, but a little bit ahead, so that I
Okay.
can, you know, kind of sort of try to lead.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna bring up the rear as full stealth as I can.
Okay. Anybody else have a
Hood up and
specific
everything.
location they want to be?
Towards the front.
In
Okay.
the middle.
Okay.
I'm only
That's-
gonna have. Yeah.
Probably not like exactly in a line, but that kind of idea.
Can you
Yeah.
recenter us?
I of course can recenter you. There you go.
I'm just
I'll
gonna
even
have
recenter you a little bit ahead.
one Sword out.
Okay. So not too menacing, but ready.
No, I lied. I have my fan food out.
Even better. Tom, show
I
me.
want to be satyr.
You're a little satyr. Okay, so your little procession. You're not. Are you playing it or are you just holding it?
I'm playing it.
Okay, so we got a little procession through the woods. So we have a fox leading the party, an incense and praying, barbarian in kind of the front, and then a little peeps pipe playing as we go. Is that what I'm hearing?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ta ta ta. As the sun actually starts to. Absolutely, you can.
We've dealt with these.
So 19, no ups or downs. I'm not getting led away by fucking will-o-wisps.
It is indeed a will-o-wisp.
Nope.
Not turn order, go away. I didn't mean that. You've never fought. It was like you were camping on the river and one showed up and then went away again. Like it wasn't even
I
a
think
battle.
it was like at night or something. Right?
Yeah,
It was
you
like
were
at night.
watching. Yeah, it is a will-o-wisp. Are you continuing?
What do I know about will-o-wisps?
What do you know about will-o-wisps?
Not a lot.
What do you want me to roll?
I want you to roll a nature check.
Nature check. That's a 9.
Great. You want to roll on your table?
I will definitely roll.
Okay.
You guys
Your
here?
bullshit table.
Yeah, it's bullshit table. So as you are looking into the deep recesses of your mind,
Good.
16.
I'm
Okay.
consulting my notes right now.
yeah, 16. So a little bit more than whatever Will says. You can call it on his bullshit, basically. That's what
I
you'll know.
can't.
You can't.
I
Just
could
kidding.
probably growl
I'll tell
angrily,
you.
Kind of what? Yep. I don't know.
Okay. Oh yeah, because
What
you're
kind
a
of
thing.
angry noise does a
He
fox
shakes her
make?
head.
What does a
Shake their
fox
head,
say?
I'm gonna.
I saw that coming from a mile away.
I stopped looking at that.
Anyways, let me while you're looking up your BS, let me tell you
I
about
don't
where
have
you
any
are.
BS.
Okay.
Coatrix is just gonna be like, I don't know.
All right. So
Don't follow the light.
the moonlight, the thin rays of moonlight penetrate this dense canopy of this old forest, and the trees are covered with moss. As you walk forward, it seems to be like a grave ahead.
Yeah, I've stopped.
Okay, you stopped. Do you stop before I tell you there's a grave ahead, or do you see the grave and then
As soon
stop?
as I see the freaking will-o-wisp, it's
Okay.
like, nope, not that way.
Okay, so never mind. There's no grave ahead. It's just forest.
We were
Do we
going
all see the wisp,
southwest.
You all saw the wisp, yeah. Soul was not doing anything. Tommy, you're technically ahead. Are you continuing?
I am.
Okay. Follow Tom now.
Don't follow the light.
Don't follow the light. Okay. So you continue.
To me.
Okay.
I shadow step over to them like, it was nice to meet. Whoop.
Okay. All right. So following.
So, just like having internal angry dialogue with like my deity, just like
We
I asked,
decided
for,
to
I
not
asked
move
for
forward.
one thing. You're like, hey, let's fight.
You could have informed everybody what a will-o-wisp does.
I don't know. Curiosity is gonna kill 3 halflings, so
I'm gonna sit down right where I am.
Okay.
And
Don't
just
mess
kind
with
of
the
like
bard
watch
when
them.
she's following a poem.
Okay. Whoever walks towards a will-o-wisp sees a grave. This grave stands amid a grove of dead, burned trees.
How far away?
I'll give it 30 feet from you.
Does it radiate magic?
Buried in the earth. No. Not until you get closer.
It won't register anything buried.
Yeah. It does say detect magic spell cast reveals a source of evocation magic buried in the earth, so I'll give it to you. So
Oh.
my book says so. But because it's buried in the earth and you're 30 feet away, I would have to move you a little bit closer. Which is,
One thing,
you know,
this is probably a trap. If Hallister hid the blade, he's not going to leave it in a grave in the middle of a field.
It's not a field, it's a burned forest.
What's burnt around us?
Well, around them, by the grave. It's like in a little bit of a burned
What is
section
the
of the
grave
forest.
like?
I would not touch.
It looks like there's writing on it.
Ooh, what's it
I
say?
just want to read it.
You're not there.
Do you
I
see
followed
the
Oh, okay.
burnt forest? Do you remember the big ball of fire that I summoned?
Fairies don't like fighting.
Coraline sounds like he's a big
Well,
baby.
don't do-
She hears in her head.
Do you
Hold
want
on.
to see what it says?
Wait.
Okay.
I sense that there's some magic buried.
Not
in
until you
that
get
grave.
closer, technically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if I would-
If she takes a step forward, then you would follow her.
Are
and all
there
that,
rocks or twigs or anything around us?
but- Yeah, you're in a forest.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up a rock.
Okay.
Want to move back?
I'll
10
take a few
feet.
steps back.
Okay.
But I'm gonna throw a rock at the foot of the grave.
Okay. It kind of bounces off the grave and bounces. Nothing happens.
She's throwing rocks.
I will
up
bow
the west.
fully at the waist, gesturing towards the grave.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna die, but I'm gonna walk up and try to raise the grave.
Okay. It says in common, here lies Kristen, human friend and companion.
Here. Kristen.
And do a perception check.
What's
Anywhere
the area?
but the Will-O-Wisp to
Okay.
see if more
Go for
freaking Doomlight friends come over.
Here, Liz.
No, there's
Having
just
not
one.
died from this thing before. I'm gonna try to communicate with it again.
Sure.
I'm just gonna say hello.
It spoke to you?
Yes. It said to take its wand.
I will message Tom. She's talking to the wisp. It said, "Come take her wand." I think they're going
Run
to.
up and bite your calf.
I don't like to shake my leg.
Roll a
Sorry.
hit.
Me too, for trying to shake him off.
Strength check to punt or to kick him away.
Two, 12.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like to like damage.
Okay.
Her. It's just like.
Did you
knock
make
it off.
contact?
Huh?
Did you make contact?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you? Okay. So yeah, so you bite and she goes ow and then kind of like flings you off. Okay.
Her tail's all bushy.
Then I'm gonna say it out loud.
The wisp says that we should take the wand.
Oh, you guys are talking to it now.
Can I start
It's
digging
okay,
with my
Soul.
hands?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Digging, is that what you said?
She's digging.
You've had good experiences with Will-O-Wisp, the harbingers of certain doom. You follow the light and they kill you.
Well, I try not to follow them.
Um,
the
This is a
stories.
really good idea. Coraline, what the hell are you
No,
doing?
I'm fully digging.
yeah. You find like a stick, maybe. It's a wand.
Is it radiating magic?
It is.
Kodrix, what?
What school?
Hold on.
What are you?
And then I'm running over to her. to try-
You bet me for talking to her. Why you bite her for taking the wand?
You realize this is all happening within like 15
Evocation.
seconds.
I'm like, I run right up to her and like knock the thing out of her hand and then like tackle her to the ground. I'm trying to.
I don't want to let go.
Okay, so strength, fight.
Straight
Fight.
Sweet. 8.
19.
Okay, yeah, you keep it. He tries really hard, but you keep it in your hands.
What are you doing? Get off me!
Realizing that no fire has come down.
Heard that before.
That's a one
It's
that
a wand.
blows up things. Be careful with it. If you give me 10 minutes, I can tell you what it does, but I'd really rather not do that over the grave.
Okay.
Where's the will-o-wisp?
It's kind of floating off in the forest.
Like,
Kind of
push
the
him
same
off me
direction you're
and
trying
walk
to.
away.
It's kind of the same direction you were walking.
Towards the tower?
Mm-hmm. Towards the tree version of the tower, not the
Yeah.
tower.
Head back to everybody else in the group.
So what you're saying is it's a magic wand?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is.
And
Can I-
hey, the wisp wants us to use it to kill somebody.
Kill this. Boss, can I do a courtesy check on the stick?
Give me You have to ask Coraline. She's the one holding on to it.
Define a courtesy check.
I think
Look.
he wants to stick it up his nose.
No.
Ew.
Look, I can like hit things really well, but also if I get like creative, I can like think real hard. And if that thing's evil, I'll know. It's part of like,
You're not gonna break it?
no, you hold it, and I'll cross my eyes and see if something happens.
Just gonna sniff it.
Not gonna sniff it. I'll use
Did you lick it?
Okay.
my paladin feature to detect or divine sense, so celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet. If there's anything necrotic radiated off of it or fiendish, that's what I want to know.
In how many feet?
60 feet.
I mean the wisp.
Yeah.
But the
Wisp is undead.
yeah, but the wand is not.
Does it smell weird?
Congratulations,
So at
it's
one point, this person
likely not cursed.
Well, that's good, I guess.
I can get rid of that if it is. Would you like me to take a look at it with my ritual to tell you what it does?
Okay.
Keep a watch.
Sit down and start
Okay.
identify ritual.
10 minutes or something, right?
Yeah.
All right. Anybody in the 10 minutes gonna do something?
I'm gonna keep watching, ignoring any floaty balls of
Okay.
doom.
Full circle around them at like 60 feet.
Okay. Give you
I'll
some
go
more of the
with
map. Actually, is that already? So if you do a full loop with your 60 feet, I'll give you more of the forest.
Since I got 10 minutes, I can go
Yeah,
nice
you
and
might as well
slow
do a
and
nice
quiet.
lap. You'll see the river again.
Reset
We
so
can't
we can see
see.
it.
You can't see anything.
Yeah.
It's all
So
forest
big, you
everywhere. I
zoom
know.
out all the time.
I know. It's these little tiny
Ah,
squares
that's
too.
much better.
Yeah, you see like a little bit of like it's kind of the sides of the forest are starting to kind of funnel the forest in.
And there's still like trees up on these cliffs
Mhm.
too.
Yep, trees everywhere.
Very nice.
You
full
also
sky.
on your little walk.
You say that wisp went down that way.
Yeah, the wisp kind of. Oh yeah, it's still in your little thing though. Let me get rid of it. Do a perception check.
This, would I be able to smell this?
Yes.
17 for me.
So that would be 16.
Okay. There's a. So you're in like a glade as you come. So as you walk, there's a little opening in the wood, like a little. And in the center is an elf napping peacefully.
Staying stealthy.
Okay.
I got a 21 for stealth, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a 22.
Okay.
Can I, without touching it,
Okay.
investigate the grave? See if there's anything else written on the back?
Sure.
If there's any buttons?
Yeah.
If there's any...
Let's do an investigation check.
Since it's my only way to communicate with him now, I will message him
Okay.
and say, should we leave it and continue on? Okay.
21.
Okay. That's all that was written on it.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Move on.
Okay.
Back to the group. I
Back to the
guess,
group.
After our circuit. And
Okay.
let them know quietly there's a sleeping elf on the head.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
I imagine that's
What kind of
Sorry, in the middle of arcane mumbo jumbo.
Oh,
You
yeah,
are in
what
a-
kind of elf? Could I tell?
Like a
Not drow?
oh, like a wood elf.
A surface elf of some sort? Okay. I'll tell him. that.
Seems
Not drow.
not drow.
Fair
Surface.
skin.
Fair-skinned
Well,
elf.
devious?
Will your ritual ends as they arrive, and you have a fully charged
Whoa.
wand of fireballs.
Holy shit balls.
No fireballs.
Does that require attunement?
It probably does.
Balls in the back.
And obviously I learned how many charges it has, if any.
Uh-huh. 7.
7.
Big charge.
Typically.
No. Oh, sorry. Yes.
6 plus 1 daily at dawn.
At daily at dawn, which actually
At
is
some
there's going to
point.
be a dawn, and then if you... Okay, wait.
Does require
Spell save... Yep, spell save DC is 15.
It requires a 2 and divide.
any spellcaster.
Okay, so she can do it.
And then it's when you, for one charge, it's a 3rd level fireball, and you can increase the spell slot level by 1 for each additional charge you expend. And then on the wand's last charge, I'm going to have you roll a d20, and if you roll a 1, it crumbles into ashes and is destroyed.
So this is a really, really handy thing. You know that big fire thing? Yeah. You can do that approximately 6 times.
Probably shouldn't do that here. When the sign said not to hurt anything.
Well, it did say to use its wand to destroy her. And they just came back saying that there's a elf sleeping. There's a good probability. Well, just saying it's a good probability.
And by the looks of this area, someone already used the wand once here.
And I don't see anybody, so that's probably a bad sign.
I would learn also if there are any curses on this item.
You would.
Okay, there are any curses on this item.
Unless you want me to make up one.
No.
No.
I'm just
Stop digging.
covering my bases. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
I did all the digging already. I've got the wand.
Yes.
Okay.
And your hands are full of dirt. It's great.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
fine.
What
There's a river
direction's
over there.
this elf?
Southwest. Do we really want 2 people in this group having that power?
Would you rather he had all of it?
Ooh.
Sort
Or just leave it in the ground.
of. But, you know,
You want to cast 2 of them in at once?
no, I'm
Don't
okay with you.
Talk to
Okay.
the elf.
Not like I could stop you. Just saying.
It's a great opening tool, but not very well useful for a close-in fighter.
Tucking it into like my pack.
Okay.
I'm not planning to use it
Okay.
immediately.
So resuming the peace march, I'm gonna walk up to the sleeping elf.
Okay. Do you wake her up? Do you go stealthily?
Gonna just go.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You guys follow the fucking will-o-wisp. I'm gonna do my
just
stupid
dug
thing
up
in
the
the
grave,
forest.
so-
Okay.
And we'll follow you the whole way there.
I,
He keeps saying these things are evil. Do we want to do what the wisp wants us to do?
Did you see me put the thing in my pack? I'm not using it right now.
No,
I'm not being stealthy.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk up unaggressively, as unaggressive as, you know, a war-painted orc with a incense stick lit in front of
Okay.
him. Can
Is
be.
the pipe still going?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be right next to him.
All right, great. So she smiles and stretches and looks around and says, "That was a good nap."
What language is she speaking?
Common.
Oh.
You do see female elf, wood elf, forest elf of the forest.
Is this a safe place to nap?
It is for me. And then she says, "Come join me at the tower," and shapeshifts into a raven and flies away.
She can do what Tonda does.
Oh wait, was she wearing a cloak? How was she
I've heard
dressed?
these stories of these
She was
ravens.
dressed, if that helps. She has this sort of it looks kind of regal, but also blends in really well with the forest. So dark greens, but they're nice, like silken. A good cloak that she can use to cover her hair, and but she looks very regal in her dress.
I'm gonna check the spot where she was napping, see
Okay.
if there's anything neat about it.
Okay, let's do a perception check.
It's a
Yeah.
16.
It's an odd glade to just be napping. I want to poke around this glade too.
Okay, you can also do a perception check.
There's trees. It's weird.
Grass
Okay, so really
and
low.
trees.
Yeah, it's a really nice glade. There's just like a little nest of moss that makes looks like that indent that happens when like deer nap kind of thing, you know, they have that little indent. But otherwise it doesn't seem to be anything like suspicious or anything about the spot.
So 2 fingers. I'm gonna run over the moss and see if there's anything like left in it, or if it's just a bed of moss.
Sure. Are you really searching or just?
I don't want to disrupt.
Oh, okay,
Pressing.
gently pressing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do an investigation check for that.
8.
Yeah, it's a really cool moss. It's really soft. You actually would feel fairly safe napping in it right here.
They're about the best bed you're gonna find down here outside of a city. You can check to see if that's a portent or an omen.
Absolutely.
We want that to be an 18. 9.
Let me see what I can make up for you. Because you're a religious man.
Which direction did the
Towards the
raven
town.
fly?
Towards the tree tower.
Correct.
Yeah.
But which direction is that?
Oh,
South.
sorry, southwest.
Okay.
I should nod this
Whatever
way.
that means to you.
Not like south of this time.
Hold on.
Raven's Paw is southwest.
I'd like to know who the heck she was,
True.
and whether or not she's the one we have to kill with a wand of fireballs.
Let's go find
Again,
out.
why are we following the advice
Why
of
we
the
don't
Will-O-Wisp?
have to or want to.
Yeah.
Coraline's left.
You, being of your background,
Mm-hmm.
know that ravens are generally good omens for your kind.
Oh, lovely.
You know, no animals are really good or evil, but this one, it's intelligent and playful, and you can certainly see how a raven would be a good omen.
Okay, for once, a little easy.
Now, if it was a crow,
Well,
She's getting farther and farther away.
We're keeping up with her.
I didn't know if we were still
yeah.
talking at the
I
moss
I thought you were talking about the
spot.
raven. I'm like, the raven has far outpaced you, but you could pretend to keep
No,
up
no,
with
I
it.
took off.
You, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I start
I'm
like
following
shadow
her.
stepping. Catch up.
sure.
Right, do you?
So, Coraline, you run ahead because you're so excited, and then eventually, I know you don't get that far ahead, but Lilith pops up to you, and the rest are like,
I took the mobile feed.
That's true. All right, the rest are like, right up. Especially Kodrix, because he really doesn't want to leave you to leave his sight. As you walk, because I know you by now.
Still looking for any more will-o-wisps. I'm gonna change direction as soon as I see one.
Okay. You.
Okay, I have a theory and would like to know mechanically how I'm supposed to do this. I think the will-o-wisp is of the person that got in the grave.
Yeah, let's do an insight check.
I mean, and also it's just a thing that a character can
Fucking
have.
8.
Okay. Yeah, you don't know that.
Believe that in character,
Right.
whether or not it's
You're in
true.
charge of your own character's beliefs.
Okay, I'm pretty fucking sure that that will-o-wisp is the soul of the person that got.
Okay.
So,
I have a question. You guys keep talking about a will-o-wisp. How do you spell will-o-wisp? Is it with a Y? Because we're in Willow's Forest.
it's a Y, this one, or
I was talking
this one.
the rest of them.
I want to make it with an eye.
I'm inclined to believe you, considering it said take its wand, and we found a wand in the grave.
I don't know that he says that out loud or not. Do you out loud say that you think that the wisp is of the grave, or do you keep that in your own mind?
I suppose that's my suspicion right now. I'd wait until
Okay.
given an
Until you're like
opportunity.
more sure or something.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, I
Will,
would
I'm
figure
sure he'll
but
figure
I'll
it out.
see that it's right there, like a wand. in
Nobody
the
knows
grave, take
apparently.
my wand.
What is it?
But I don't really know. Will the wisps to know whether they be a dead person become a will o wisp, but not knowing anything from them, my suspicion is wand in the grave said take my wand. It's them.
Well, will-o-wisps are kind of like chewingas, and they're freaking weird. But will-o-wisps, not good business. They're like lampposts for vengeful dead.
I'm still looking for the wave in your poem.
Yeah, I was wondering about the wave too.
Wherever the blade is, it's supposedly beneath it.
The heart is trapped beneath the leaf.
Well, that tower was close to the water, right?
there was another
Yes.
tower that was.
Like basement, water access.
Maybe.
Maybe. So as you continue through the forest, as you pass, hold on, I have to make sure you're with me. Okay. Come on, party, let's go. You also, you're not like awkwardly placed. Okay. As you pass to your right, you hear this like kind of eerie wailing, eerie moan. And ahead of you, there's a, and you hear that moan.
She highlighted it that little earlier. She clicked in it.
I'll just make sure we're on the same page here. Right over here. So there's this portcullis.
And what's to our other side? Right behind Bra.
Yeah, so it's a wall.
Oh, okay.
Let me make sure that's a wall. Yeah, it looks like maybe like guardhouses up, but the rest of it is.
Is there anything on the roof?
Hold on.
Okay.
Looks like guardhouses up ahead.
Looks like a spot to put
Nothing you
a
could see on the roof. These buildings were built on a little higher ground than the surrounding forest.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a
I
wall.
don't really want to be there. I'd like to be up against the other wall.
Okay, I'll put you on the other wall. I was just making sure you were in the area with everybody else.
Seeing these like buildings and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
do we see any people or recent tracks of people?
You can do a check for that, but I think we just did.
Yeah, 9.
Okay. No recent tracks other than like some elven footprints in the. Sorry, some slender humanoid footprints.
I'm gonna smell for stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do the divine sense.
Ah,
Oh,
Because it is an noxious odor. Noxious odor.
noxious odor.
okay. So there's a direct line between two of the like abutting stone pieces. It's south of where I am. It's like right next to where Lilith is. So I'll stand in the middle of that
Okay.
and cross my eyes. So within 60 feet, do I detect any celestial fiend or undead Z's?
Not behind full cover.
Let me double check. Tell me about the full cover. If they're
Not
anything.
Behind full
Okay.
cover.
Am I still on this mode?
It's like the first time that I've done this.
I did it for the first time, what, 2-3 sessions ago?
Remember that besides hitting things really well, I can cross my eyes sometimes.
Take a deep sniff of the air around you.
I hate metagaming like this because I should know these things. Aberration would go off.
Mm-hmm.
No. See, now you know there's an aberration nearby. That's what I hate about
60
this.
feet.
You undead fiends,
Celestial.
celestial. Nope. Nothing nearby.
There's nothing of a divine or recently dead nature about.
Fires?
Feathers.
Feathers.
Are there any feathers?
What do you
laying
want?
around?
Some feathers?
She turned into a
Sure.
crow.
Yeah. Do a feather check. Do a investigation.
18.
Yeah, there's some feathers. It's a forest, so you see some like sparrow feathers here, a raven feather there, a crow feather there. They're just.
Sorry, I had to sneeze.
Oh,
no,
is that what you needed?
No, I did have need something, but then
Okay.
I had to sneeze when you went for me. I wanted to look at the buildings and pick a roof that's probably the highest roof and shadow step to it if it's within 60 feet.
I think you'd have to get closer to the place.
The rest of the Gotrix. We can move up there.
Yeah.
Let's get a little closer.
Here's the fun part about these.
This one is over 60 feet,
You'd have to like get right up to the edge right here, like to the,
and then
you could probably get
alright,
up.
so I will shadow step up to it,
Okay. So
and that is an acrobatics.
So yeah, let's do acrobatics.
25.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
geez, don't lie to me. That's different. So you get up to the peak and you kind of you have to get stabilized, but you know it looks effortless to everybody on the ground. You're on top of a guard tower, and on the other side, you see. Is that one? Hell yeah, it is. You see, remember the ettercaps that we saw, the mushrooms, but not like the zirkwood mushrooms, it's the ettercap mushrooms. This is an ettercap forest. The trees here are shrouded with thick webs, and there are silk cocoons hanging from the boughs of the trees. Oh no, ettercaps aren't. Sorry.
Ooh,
Ettercaps are underdark things. You see spiders. So you see a lot of spiders living in the trees.
Where are the trees at? Just like all, like in the center between those two.
Can you see if I click and it's purple in the dark?
Yeah.
Can you see
Yes.
it? Okay. So yeah, so I'm gonna define the edges. So here's one edge of the forest you see. The other one's way out here. I don't know if you saw that or not.
No.
Okay.
Recenter it.
Let's be dark.
It's fine. Okay.
Okay.
That's
Sorry,
fine.
that wasn't the edge though. Okay, so here's the other edge,
Oh wow.
and then down here, and then you're on the
Really
top
big
here.
spider forest.
Yeah, so this is a spider forest that's
Yes.
surrounded.
You're talking like giant spider forest?
You see all kinds of spiders. You see giant spiders, ettercaps, all
What size are ettercaps?
Long.
Medium.
yeah, smaller than giant spiders.
Smaller than
But
Actually,
for a
I'll
spider,
even-
that's still big. Like,
I'll even give you the forest.
I was
Why
gonna
not?
say, can you show her what a
Yeah.
cat looks like?
I sure can.
I would say I would see that, so I mean, just
Yeah.
Just show the forest. Medium.
we don't see it.
Yeah.
Ettercaps
Mm-hmm.
make excellent memes.
So
Cats
these
make
walls these are like walls surrounding this forest.
Correct.
So it's just like
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the walls, and then there's like the natural edge of the forest. It kind of has a feeling of like a butterfly enclosure, you know, like
I was
where
just gonna
somebody
ask,
likes
does
to
it look
keep
like-
things somewhere, but not necessarily out with everything else. So
I was gonna ask that question. So that
yeah,
it looks like a breeding ground or a.
So they can't get out.
correct. They don't appear to be able to get out, or they're happy where they're at. We don't know.
It is.
Yeah.
Should be
Sabat
magical.
Shalom Molotov target range.
Having
6 shots.
having spent a lot of time like in the Underdark and stuff with Bra hunting drow, what do I know about ettercaps?
Roll a nature check.
Does my character know anything? 1! Yes, I got a reroll!
What do you see up there?
So, a nature cap?
Nature cap.
Yes.
A nature check 8!
Neat.
So there's some
Um,
things.
So there's an ettercap with like a safari hat and a monocle like, "Bip, bip. Ah yes, I have a nature
Let
cap.
me tell you all of these things. You don't know a whole lot. You know that it's spider-like. You know that on your travels, you've seen all kinds of different sizes of things trapped in ettercap webs, but you haven't really been in there. Sometimes they catch even like little fae, or sometimes they'll catch bigger bugs or birds and
So I
stuff
see
like that.
ettercap and other spiders. Those aren't the
And
only
giant spiders, yes.
ettercap. Okay. So I will.
They're all kind of moving within these trees. Like it's not you can't like count them or anything,
Yeah.
but it's a good handful at least, if not way more.
So I'll shadow step back down to the group,
Okay.
down to the ground, and then head over to the group.
Okay.
There seems to be some like forest, and it looks like it's an enclosure because the walls are all around it. It looks like they're trying to keep these things in, but there's these weird creatures and some spiders and some spider-like creatures.
Well, if we don't need to disturb them, we shouldn't disturb them, but they
From what I
potentially
can
could
tell,
be her
there was
pets.
a lot. Like,
They could potentially be her pets and come after us.
Said not to destroy them with anything.
Or
We
they
should take
could
that
be-
advice.
captives. Also.
Could be.
But that
Are we worried about freeing the spider slaves?
No.
Then
They don't
I
seem
think we're
like
good.
slaves. It sounds like a habitat.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with them unless we have to because there was more than I can count, and I couldn't see.
Looking for something potentially hidden under a leaf.
Yes.
Because if that's where it's at, peace.
Right. We're burning the house down, guys. Starting from the foundation.
Alright, now it's time to use that new wand of yours.
Right?
Alright.
It's time.
And on the other side of the.
Yeah, so not the side that
Yeah.
was just checked out, but the other side. Yeah, there's a portcullis there. It's closed.
And we
But
can
it's
get
not wailing.
Moaning Myrtle inside
From
of it.
that position where she is, she can't see any further south of that structure.
Yeah, what was the south structure of the
Yeah.
enclosure?
Oh, yeah. I'll give it to her.
Right.
She can describe it to us when she gets back down.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Or
this
the other side of the other
Yeah.
buildings.
the other side of the peak roof.
Yeah, has it got?
Yeah,
still
so you
have
see
the
some more
false
of that
light?
gate, and then I think it's more forest. Let me double check.
So basically, Lilith is using Eagle Vision right now.
Yep.
Following the
More
basic
forest
premise
on the
of an
other way.
Assassin's Creed game.
Regular forest or
Regular forest.
Oh.
Over here.
And is it still the sky? Probably asked.
Yeah. we
Is it
have
still
that.
sky? Yeah, it's still, it's nighttime. The full moon is up.
Nice.
Reset.
I just recenter so I can show you this and I'll recenter back to your people. The full moon is up, stars are overhead, crickets are chirping. It's a lovely, peaceful evening.
Oh, we're gonna ruin that.
Can I go to the other side of this
Mhm.
pathway we're on?
Yeah.
To the west?
Like to that window? Or to the portcullis?
She wants to go
To the other buildings.
on the other side.
Lower. What are you talking about? These ones?
Stage
To the
opposite.
west.
Yeah.
For us, west.
For I have the same west as you do.
Are
So I said the portcullis and you said no.
Yes, the portcullis.
Okay.
I didn't know
Yes,
what you
the
said.
portcullis.
I said to the west. You're not.
Yeah.
It's not centered, so I didn't know what you were talking about.
Centered on you, I made sure of it.
Okay.
So here's a portcullis.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Can I shadow step to the top of that and see
Yeah, why not?
past it?
Alright.
I don't want us to try to walk past and things come out
Yeah.
and attack us.
You still hear the same weird wailing and moaning, but it's just a cool path. Don't see much else. Do a perception check for me.
Oh, I rolled from a 20 to a 2. 9.
Neat. You see, there's no guards or anything atop the wall or beyond, but there does seem to be like a winch, but it's inside the tunnel, so you'd have to go in to raise up the gate, or raise up the portcullis.
Well, hey, she's really good at that. She must have been like hide and seek champion.
Maybe.
And then I will.
You didn't play any games with her when you were raising her? Did you play any games?
Taught her how to kill things.
Did you make that a game?
I suppose sometimes.
I'm gonna. I can't hear them talking. can
Nope,
I?
have no idea they're talking.
Favorite game.
I can hear them talking, but
Yeah. I'll just step back down to Coraline.
okay.
Just tell her what I saw.
Okay.
Can I test the weight of the portcullis? Is it engaged?
It is engaged. Doesn't seem to be moving with your gentle touch.
Can I see whether it appears to be made for keeping things in or keeping things out?
So you don't see a winch or anything to raise it on this side. And it appears to go uphill a little bit. So you'd think that this would be to keep things out from your side to not go up the hill.
Lilith
I didn't
can
even
get
make you
over it
roll
really
for that.
easily,
That was
and
silly.
we can trigger it then if we really wanted to go that way.
No, I wanted to know if this was meant to keep us in or them out.
Us in, I imagine. Or us out of there.
Yeah.
Opposite way. That moaning myrtle-ness down the path is they're defending against it.
No.
No,
Is that
it's defending
opposite?
against us.
Yes.
The old
Yeah,
to be
because
on the other
it's
side of the
the
gate
other
to
side is what
open.
opens. So
Okay.
you'd think there might be like some sort of fortress back there or something that they would maybe
the
like.
tree tower further south of us.
It's a. Can I like, boop, boop, boop?
Oh,
Does that show you
there.
where you are? Yeah, it's very close to you right now.
Would I suspect to continue going south or go to that gate to get there?
You.
I'm interested in checking out what the noise
I'm
is.
gonna check out the noise noise.
Well, I agree, but I'm
Yeah.
also wondering if that's the same way.
You would think that from your perspective on top of the tower that you were on, you can see that's a pretty straight shot through the forest to the tree. You don't need to go this way.
Well, we want to check out the noise.
But you still want to check out the noise.
Yeah.
You were trying to have a cool reason to do it, but
Let's go check out the noise.
I
Lilith, can
will-
you?
Okay.
Yes, I
Okay.
can. I will.
yep. And let's pause there and see what happens next.
Break.
we're back. I heard the click. Okay. We're back from our little break. It is super hot in here, so you don't get to look at anything while we're gone, but you know what happens. You get to look at us for the whole time. And as far as I'm aware, the party would like to pop over this gate, open it up, and then just go see what the moaning is.
Yeah, I'm gonna shadow step.
See what the fuss is all about. So you shadow step up,
down.
shadow step down.
Can
We'll
I raise
all
the
move
gate?
over
Okay.
towards the gate.
Huh?
Can I just raise the gate, or to like unlock it? And
There's a winch, so you just have to pull the trigger. Tom, are you still a fox?
Mhm.
Okay. We're just gonna pile around.
Yep.
Okay. Clack, 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 clack.
I'm gonna be turned though and watching the area where the spiders are coming from. Specifically
you missed
looking
my
for
clacking.
anything to come that way due to the sound of the portcullis, right?
Okay, sure. Clack, 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 clack. There's a portcullis rising. You guys can walk into this little area now if you'd like to.
Yeah, we'll file it one at a time.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit on the other side of this portcullis for now.
Okay. Look on the side you're currently on.
Correct.
Okay. Sure. So.
Whatever that is.
While they're piling through, can I go peek around the corners?
Absolutely.
Shadow step up there.
What am I doing?
Oh, you
So
guys
we're
are
gonna
stuck.
leave, like, is
So
someone gonna
once
take
it's up,
over
once it's
cranking
up.
duty?
It's up. You're
Does
good.
it stay up, or does someone have to maintain a counterweight? on it?
Ooh, good question. It
That's
stays
my
up.
primary
I
question.
I figured it had like a lever you could pull that like
Yeah.
locked the gear in place.
It's possible to do it. Okay, so Cotrix, are you staying with John now on the other side, or are you just
No,
backing up into with the party?
I'm not going last inside there. I would
Oh,
go
sorry.
before Bra.
Yeah,
As soon as Soul goes
Oh
in,
my
I'm
god.
going
Okay,
in past
Soul, Cotrix, Coraline, Bra,
Yes.
I'm at the end. Well, except for
Tomna's
Tomna.
chilling. Okay. Tomna's
I
your
don't
fox
trust it.
alert. Nobody should. Okay, so you walk in.
Too late now.
Well, if you pop over,
Yes.
you see a little cave.
I look up and down.
Let me make sure that you can see this thing that's in the cave. Hold on.
What's in my face? Is obviously.
No, it's in the cave. Do you just pop over here? I'll recenter it. My job is never done.
Noticed.
So I would have gone to where it splits and looked up.
Oh, sorry.
So we didn't see that.
And look up and
No
over.
cave. You don't see anything. Nothing's here. Nothing to see here. Okay, so you're at a T in the road, or a four-way stop. To your immediate left, there might be a cave. We don't know. To your ahead, there's like a straight path, and there might be another cave to your right. We're not sure.
What do you see?
Tunnels.
Which way is the moaning coming from?
Oh, directly to your left and directly to your right.
Directly to my left and directly to my right.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere.
Her left is the
1,
cave,
2,
yeah?
3, 4.
Well, we don't know if there's a cave there apparently, because she didn't go that way.
But her left is.
Yeah, there's a cave there to the left.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay.
I went north.
You go left?
I went north.
Oh, you went north.
And I would assume I'd stop at the Y there and look up the one tunnel.
Uh-huh. There's a cave. That's not the moaning, but I like it.
Perfect.
Okay, so Coraline, you want to go check out this one. Lilith, you're going away.
Away.
Want to check out the north one, right in the middle of the battle. It's going to be fun. What else are we doing, you guys? Waiting, seeing what happens.
Is it a lever, or is it like on the portcullis that's holding it up, or is it just like if you crank it the other direction, it goes away?
It says winch, and that's all we got for you.
So it's probably one that as you wind it, it clicks into
Yeah.
place. So
And I'm
it's
sure there's
probably
like, it's like a
tab or
thing.
something.
Yeah, probably you can't touch it with your paws, but I'm assuming it stays open, so you could go in if you wanted to.
How big were the grates on the portcullis? Like, could I squeeze through them if I had to?
You had to?
Or
Sure.
Small.
You're a little
Like
fox.
Small.
Yeah, I'll let you.
Okay.
I'll allow it if you needed to.
And if I were to say, I don't know, jump on the tab that's holding the gate up
Yes,
and then
but
squeeze
but
through
that's
it
not-
after
okay,
and
yeah, so
jump
you
over
could-
the wall.
So you could close the gate and then sneak back through it and stay where you are.
That's not what I'm saying I'm doing. I'm saying if I were to press the tab
Uh-huh.
somehow,
Okay.
I might be able to get back on the
Yeah,
other side.
I might have your little fox do a strength check to see if you can push the tab.
Oh, that's
but
wonderful.
do you want to do that?
Know about it?
Yeah, you wouldn't
Hence
know.
the wanting to squeeze back through the
Okay.
gate.
Anybody else want to get into some sort of position before?
Away.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's. I
keeping-
can't really tell what you're facing, anyways. So,
I'm
but I'll
just
keep
for
that
your
in mind.
information and theirs. I'm facing away from the gate with my ears cocked back so I can hear them.
Okay.
Whoop.
Okay.
Well, I'm not coming to save you. It said, the sign clearly said, do no fucking harm and receive none.
You don't really see anything in these caves.
Shall I try to detect magic? It'll take some time.
You're just looking at this coming down the tunnel?
Huh?
Look and see if it's coming down the tunnel.
See if something's coming down the tunnel. At the edge of this. Okay. At the edge of this, you can probably see the next gate. So 2 caves and a path between 2 gates.
I'm gonna do a quick loop around this thing, check out the walls.
Okay. Do a perception check.
I want to check out the floor.
Okay. Do a perception check.
19.
Okay. Okay. I have to read all my things. What was your 19 Quotrix?
15.
Okay. And I need everybody except for Tomna to do a wisdom saving throw from these.
Is it against being frightened?
It is indeed.
So I have advantage.
So some of you have advantage.
Well, I rolled a 20, so I don't know. Okay, I'm all higher than that.
Coraline.
16.
Soul.
I don't like that.
Lilith.
24.
Okay, not Tomna. Bra.
7.
And Quotrix.
Sorry, that's a 12.
Okay. So Bra and Quotrix, you are terrified of these moans. You can hear them in these 2 caves, respectively. And as you are overcome with this fear, Coraline, does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. So this, it looked kind of like leather, like a cloak. Where's my GM info overlay? Like a cloaker. It kind of like, as you walk around the room, it detaches and it tries to attach to you, and indeed does. So you're covered by this like leather. And then let me drop it down. There it goes. Let me be on the right layer.
So I'm right over there by it.
Yeah. So it kind of like attaches to you. It does. Attached to your head. You are blinded and unable to breathe.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
You've gotten this before, haven't you?
Maybe. I don't think so, actually.
Those are other characters.
Maybe lower
Yes.
that. And
Involve the source of your fears within sight or just in general?
what if it's a sound?
Yeah. The thing that caused the fear, believe.
Mm-hmm. Coraline.
18.
Hey, Soul.
8.
Not as nice. Lilith.
Well, 16. Point of
Tomna?
order.
Yes, sir.
Is the source of their fear within line of sight for these 2?
For Quotrix it is. For Bra it is not.
Okay. Because it has to be within line of sight for the disadvantage.
Okay.
So you don't have disadvantage on them.
Okay.
Didn't matter. My first roll was the bad one.
Tomna, are you joining us in this fight?
Sure.
Okay.
I will be in initiative 22.
Bra.
5.
And Quotrix.
10.
Alright. So I have Tomna first.
I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I have. Wait, where am I? Yeah, you have no clue what happened. Do I have any? Doesn't matter. It's okay. It's a nice number. I have Coraline next. Coraline, you are being suffocated. You can attempt to throw it off of you. It's a strength check if you'd like, or you can stab at yourself. Being cloaked.
I'm gonna try to get. That's actually 17.
Nice. That is just.
Something.
You probably heard the breath after she does the thing.
So,
She likes to shadow step. It's fine.
Gives her advantage on that first hit.
Well, 40. I have 40 feet of movement. I couldn't get all the way to it without 40 feet.
You'd have to at least move a little bit in shadow step.
You could get here with 40 feet of movement. I just counted it.
Did I just count wrong? 5. Because I live above
Trust the
ground,
DM.
right?
Yeah, you were right here.
So you're next to it.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
you're next to it.
without doing anything.
Yeah,
Sweet.
no shadow step needed.
Perfect. Then I will attack it.
Okay.
Strike 1 is a 20 something to hit.
That sure hits.
Constitution saving throw.
Hold on. Constitution saving throw is a 14.
Fails.
I know.
It's done.
It's dead.
And it takes 7 plus 6, so 13 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Strike number 2. Fox dice. With a 21 to hit.
Hits.
That's going to be 11 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
11. Oh my goodness. Okay.
And something I don't think I do very often.
What?
A little flurry of blows.
What? You never do that.
I know. I save my key points for the stuns.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to for
It's my
once.
favorite thing.
Your favorite thing?
Mm-hmm. You stun me all the time.
That's going to be 16 plus 8, so 24.
Okay.
For 8 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And 26.
Yes.
25.
Stop lying to me. That one doesn't hit.
So 11 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay. All right. End of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Okay.
Movement, action, bonus action.
Just making sure.
When it got stunned, it did the eerie sound to stop.
I don't know why I didn't need to. I didn't roll an advantage. Use those.
Well, you didn't need any of them, but so does stunning stop eerie? Does stunning stop talking?
Stunned, it kind of moves. So
Right, movement. So, like it can't physically go somewhere, but it could still.
Not stunned.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you could stunned. Here.
That's different though.
Yeah.
It is different.
Can't move, speak. Okay.
Speak only filtering.
Yes, the weird howling stops from this cave.
In that case.
Mm-hmm. From this cave. So it's done until the end of your next turn, correct?
Yes.
Okay. The howling that stops, the moaning that stops, causes behind Bra a second one to come and attack him. Let me drop him down to the right layer. What's wrong, Tamna?
It's like he knew.
I know.
But he's a fox. We could.
You take. Oh, I had advantage. Hold on. Yeah, no, it's not better. You take 6 piercing damage. You are blinded and unable to breathe while this is on you. And I am going to.
Did I see it coming?
I'm assuming you were looking the way that Lilith just ran. Okay. And then it's going to use its tail to like slash at you while you're inside.
Can't see that.
All right, because you're blinded now.
Blind.
Keeps being against the other one. There we go. 25 to hit you. Yeah, I guess that'll hit. Where's that one? There we go. And that is 5 slashing damage. And then we are at Cotrix.
The one that Lilith just beat the crap out of.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, I don't know. Am I still?
Yep, you're frightened until the end of the cloaker's next turn, so you are fine now.
Okay. Then, regardless, I think I'm just gonna make the sound of a delirious bill. So wisdom saving throw to the
Boom. But you could still be scared in turn.
Is that a held action so that on his turn I aid him to pull it off?
Yes, you can hold your action to do to help him like
Or
yeah.
you just take the help action. It gives a creature advantage on an attack roll or ability check. I believe.
Yeah, that's
It's like
what
the
I-
same thing.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Either way, your action is to help him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so however I need to word it so that he can make advantage on
Okay.
on his turn
On his
to
turn.
pull it off, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay.
So you move up to him, and you hold that action.
Yeah, that would be
Okay.
all I can do.
Surprisingly, it's his turn next, so
Yeah.
you have an advantage now to throw it off with a strength check.
10.
It's still attached.
Slippery bugger.
Yeah.
I know.
When you take the help action, the
No.
creature you aid gains advantage on the next ability check it makes to perform the task you are helping with.
Still good.
So, helping pull off the
But-
cloaker.
Yep.
That would have been
Alternatively,
actually normal too, wouldn't it? Because
I'm
of
sorry?
am I still feared?
You're no longer
Or not
feared
feared.
until the end of the creature's next turn. So you would have, as soon as it wrapped around you, and you were afraid of your death, the official fear would have gone.
Oh.
Okay. Tomna, the fox. There's some moaning happening and maybe some attack sounds. I don't know.
Muffled noises.
Maybe they're in danger. Maybe they're fine.
I'm going to find out what my movement is. Oh boy. I got 40 feet of movement right now.
You can do it.
I'm quite literally going to do a fox trot.
I have you here at 40.
Yeah, I'll go in there
Okay.
and try and evaluate.
Okay. Fox perception check? You can smell it, sure.
Sure. I got advantage on that. That actually didn't hurt. So I'm trained in perception. So perception plus instead of +3, it's a +4. So 19.
Okay. You can tell that the thing that's on Bra is not a leather cloak.
Okay. Does he look like he's bleeding at all?
He looks like he took some damage, but
Okay.
maybe not necessarily. It's probably covered by the cloak. It's not like a rib.
Draw my other sword.
Okay. Interaction.
And swipe at it.
Do it.
20.
Does hit.
I'm gonna use one of my bardic moves.
Is that at advantage?
Why would it be at advantage?
Stunned. Just in case you get a crit.
Oh, well, yeah.
Till the end of Lilith's next turn.
No. It's,
Okay, good.
that's
This is too nice. I don't like this. I need something angry.
Yes. Okay, let me make a note to myself so I don't forget. +7. And so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 magical slashing damage.
Nice.
And then my offhand also advantage. That's 24.
Yes.
9 magical slashing damage.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that creepy enough? Okay. I want to creepy, but not
I like it.
deadly, Lilith.
Strike it with my staff. 20 something.
Yes.
Constitution saving throw.
18.
Passes.
Hey.
That's gonna be 14 points of magic bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
20 something Constitution saving throw.
Mhm. What's your damage?
13 13 magic bludgeoning damage.
Okay. My roll doesn't matter because it slithers to the floor and looks
Okay,
more
then
and more
that
like
obviously
a.
they killed it.
Yeah.
Try to stun it.
Okay.
And then do I hear the sounds of the other?
You still hear moaning from the other tunnel.
I'm gonna go move over there.
Okay.
And oh my gosh, I see Bra being
Mm-hmm.
attacked.
Mm-hmm. You sure is.
20-something.
That hits.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
That's gonna be
It's a 9.
fail, so it's stunned.
Okay.
But now it's stunned, so.
Mm-hmm. So it stays there because it doesn't move.
Yes, but I should be easier for me to say like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, resist.
Sure. I'll give you advantage on your strength check because it's stunned. Okay. Yeah. It cannot move because it's, stunned. So, Cotrix.
Well, the one on his head has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 18.
Sweet.
Anything else? Okay. Cotrix, I'm gonna move you backwards 1 square, so you could see it better. Yeah. And then Soul.
More like
So,
to you.
can I try to rip this stupid thing off?
Yeah.
What do I use?
It's a strength check. It's stunned, so we'll give you advantage.
Jumping time. That is 17.
That is just enough to remove it from its head.
So I'm out
Um,
now.
Sure, you're holding it. Why not? You're holding a stunned leather.
So
I didn't even show you guys. It's fine.
A big eyeball with wings.
Yeah, it's like a manta ray kind of thing with like a weird, it's like a jagged tail. But the face is terrifying. But I can't do it because it's in my pop-up window. Hold on. Show the characters.
So mechanically, I'm going to attempt the shove action.
Okay.
Thematically, I'm going to try to throw this thing.
Okay.
I want to throw it past as many of my party members as possible.
Okay. So are you throwing it like towards the portcullis you came through?
Yeah, I'd try to throw it that way because fun stuff happens when a creature exits other people's threatened squares.
Willingly.
Oh,
But you can do it anyways.
Just gonna throw it down
Okay.
beat the crap.
Okay, so you're gonna throw it on the ground. Okay.
Yeah, I'll suplex it into the ground
Sure.
and make an unarmed attack.
Yeah. Yeah, do that. At advantage because it's still stunned.
I don't have weapons out. I'm holding it.
Okay.
That's 16 to hit.
That does hit.
I don't know what to roll.
Plus your strength score.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
okay.
pretty high.
I do 4 points
Oh,
of
it's okay.
damage to
Nice.
it.
Okay. You like kind of stomp on it a little bit. End of your turn? Bro, you can breathe again.
Yes. Definitely.
Okay.
And then stab it.
Okay.
Thank you for pulling that off. Oh, natural 20.
Hey.
Sneak attack.
You're so mad right now.
Attack.
Use the dice.
You want more d6s?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't
I don't need your
Roll the damage, but
d6s.
I'll set my party up to do a lot of damage.
It's such a nice noise.
I give myself so much AC right now
Double
too.
all, right? Even the sneak attack?
Yeah.
Seven.
Double all the dice. Double the dice, not the modifiers. You can tell how often we get natural 20s, you guys.
35.
35.
Yeah,
It's
could've been
it's
much
quite bloodied right now.
better. And then offhand.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're so mad at this
Not
thing.
a natural 20, but
Oh.
18.
That does hit.
Yes, 18.
Okay.
Alright, just making sure. And that is just that.
Boop.
Yeah, boop is right. 1.
Okay, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't that bloody, but that'd be cool. All the damage in the one that does it. It's not the case, but that'd be cool. Up to the top of the round again with Tomna. Bark, bark.
It says that you touch
Okay.
them.
Sounds good.
So it's boop, boop. You say boop.
The
There's-
warm nuzzle of the fox.
Yeah, it makes you
better.
feel.
Can I move up to where he was?
Probably. What's your 40 feet?
35.
35 puts you right about here. If you go that direction. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35. Yeah, so 35, you're really close, but you're right, like you're a spot below Soul.
I'll stand there and viciously mock it.
Okay, go for it. I do a wisdom. Is that what it does? Okay.
What's your insult?
But, yeah, mock
I've
me.
seen prettier cloaks on a 4.
You probably have 4. That really hurt me. Do I have to understand the
6.
language, you guys?
No.
No.
Okay. I was really hoping.
As long as it can hear.
Alright, fine.
Understand the intent.
Alright, fine. It really didn't understand what you said, but it was very hurt by that comment.
Good.
With my 4 wisdom save. I can pass his wisdoms.
Right.
Lilith.
Well, staffy staff.
Do it.
That's who was hitting me.
Now you know.
Sorry.
Bap, bap, bap.
I didn't know that it would hurt you too. 28.
28 hits. You're just smacking him through a
Going
blanket.
to be 10 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I was just agreeing for really.
23.
Those hit.
Big thumps. Big.
12 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And. Wow! A 2 and a 3.
Misses!
Seriously?
Hey!
2 and a 3.
Okay.
Welcome to my life.
On advantage. 2 and a 3.
At the end of my turn,
And
at the
then
end
we
of your
go.
turn.
Yeah.
Oh, just in case? Sure. I have essentially 3 targets, so let me see which one I do.
I did insult you.
Nope, I'm going after Bra again. That's fine. I'll still do it. Bra. Modified 20!
At disadvantage?
At disadvantage.
Because
No, yeah, that
this
was-
is mockery.
Nope, that was disadvantage.
Wrapped back up.
Yep. Okay, if I must. It was like a 14 and a 15. That is 3 piercing damage, and it's reattached to you.
Face hugger.
And my tail attack, which is advantage. 25. Cotrix.
Wisdom saving throw by the one on Raw.
Oh my gosh, you won't believe this. 3.
Oh,
Hey!
13 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
So, that was horrible.
Okay. We are out of initiative order. What do we want to do?
And there's a portcullis up ahead.
There's a portcullis up ahead.
I think we want to go check that out.
Okay.
Well, check to see if there's check to see if there's anything in these rooms that they might have been guarding.
Okay. Do a. Do you want to check the north one or the south one?
South.
Okay. Do a perception check or investigation. You're investigating. Sorry.
Yay. Having seen what happened,
Back down the hole.
I'm gonna start dashing back
What?
towards
20.
the raft. And as soon as I get there, I'm gonna start putting my armor. I'm gonna drop wild
Okay.
shape and start putting my armor back. Like, what the
Now I have to use it in a sentence.
fuck?
Okay.
Reverse doffing.
All right. I'm just gonna put you over there for a little bit, and then you'll come back. Will, these are caves barefoot of furnishings and treasure. There's nothing in here other than cloakers.
It's almost like it was a cloaker habitat.
Sneak up on the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, you can do that. Are you sneaking?
Yes.
Sneakfully, sure.
Sneakful.
Sneak away, Peyton.
Fully. That is going to be a 24.
All right, yeah, you're sneaky like always. It's another gate. There's also a little thing leading up.
Called Shadow Monks.
Yeah, that's what you do. All right, Lilith.
Ooh,
Are you going up the stairs? Or are you? What are you doing over here?
Can I see her run off?
Can I see through the
Oh wait, no,
portcullis?
she was sneaky. You can see through the portcullis.
Makes you see that I'm not there anymore, though.
You would see that she's not there, and you would assume that you would know she would keep going because it's
Message.
Lilith. Okay.
Stop!
Okay. You hear stop in your head. Through here appears to be a
Crap.
I do.
cavern,
I feel like crap.
60-foot high cavern, filled
something for you.
with naturally formed crystal draperies that resemble frozen waterfalls. There's also more moaning from here. Like the cloaker, not you guys are weird. And then, yeah, you just see it's like a crystal cave.
Looking at this portcullis and seeing those stairs, would I assume that it raises from my side?
Yes.
Head back to the group.
You'd also see the winch, like the thing that opens the portcullis.
Winch,
Okay.
not winch.
Not wench. There's a wench in there. You guys.
I'll inform them of what I saw.
Okay.
I think we need to leave. Like, let's get out of here and close the thing. Let's just go to the tower.
We were investigating the sound of the moaning.
Yeah, we
Now
know
you
what the
know
sound
what it
is.
is.
Found it. Let's
Yeah.
go back.
All right.
Okay.
This is also a pretty good spot to rest, considering there's a portcullis at each end.
I was gonna suggest that. You could go up to the top.
I mean, you got in just fine, but
You could go up to the top of the portcullis too, so we have a height advantage to see anything coming right.
Who's not hurt?
I'm not.
Okay, I want you to stand here and make wailing sounds like the things did.
On your 1 hour shifts every night.
A wee away.
I'm gonna
I'm
gonna wait for Tomna to come back
okay.
and then just cast the spell and make my tent.
Speaking of Tomna, you're a person now?
Yeah, after I got back to the raft.
All right, let me grab
'Cause I
you
left
over
the
there.
stuff there.
Yeah. Also, your sharks are an hour.
Under mountain a lot, we like the dark.
Whoa!
Sleep during
How
the day.
long did that
I have a hippopotamus to test.
Did we notice that it wasn't a full night?
It felt like a full night. You
Oh.
traipsed through the forest. You found the thing. You investigated everything along the way. You met the lady sleeping. It's
Alright.
yeah.
Go,
It
Trix,
feels
you
like a
got my
full night.
time-telling rock.
Yeah, it's right here.
Did you
It's
do
all
anything to
black
that?
now.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
The sun is a lie.
I'm not done with the calibration yet.
Coraline, are you doing this in one of the tunnel, in like one of the caves, or right in the middle of this
The
whole
cave right
thing?
on
No, it's a false.
Okay. So Coraline's making her little tent over
Seeing
here.
her
Tomna
meditate, I'm gonna follow her because I know what that usually leads
joins the party. I'm assuming the party sees that she's meditating and joins in, and we make the. How big is this hut again? Tell me every time. 10 foot.
10-foot radius.
Okay, there's your little tiny hut. I'll put you more in the middle.
It's a Harry Potter hut.
Yeah, it's 10 feet on the outside. All of the beds. Okay, there's your little tiny hut.
I'm ready for whatever. What's the plan? Are we gonna go towards the tower tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Anybody keep?
Okay, I'll take first watch.
Well,
I don't know what's happening.
Coach Rick said he's taking first watch.
I
He
didn't
said
say
what?
a specific watch, I just said I'll take a watch.
Hey, whoever's taking first watch,
No.
do a perception check for me.
Looking for a raven-looking lady. I pull it out of my bag. If it's stone side up, it's day. If I pull it out of my bag and the dark side is up, it's night.
Well, how's your perception?
My investigation is
yeah.
11.
Oh, cool. So yeah, it just seems like it's like always night now, but you can tell that it's not. Clearly.
Well, clearly the false sky
Oh.
is trying to mess with me.
Yeah, it's
My
not
time-telling
truly.
rock doesn't mess up, okay?
Aren't we in a cave? This whole tunnel is a cave, right?
Yeah. It's a little cave. Sorry, it's a den.
So we can't see the outside from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I've been using my.
Second watch. Otherwise, your watch passes uneventfully. Second watch, perception check. I would love to name this thing Myrtle, though. Otherwise, you do gain the benefits of long rest. Nothing happens during your watch that startles you awake or anything. I'm torn between leaving it there or letting you get into trouble next. So, do we want do we want to call it an early night, or do we want to see?
It's only like 13.
Yeah, I have like 10+ minutes to get you guys in more trouble.
Yeah, that's
What are you
Okay.
gonna get? You get us in more trouble.
You get yourself in
Right?
trouble.
Yeah, we
Well
did.
enough.
I give you the crumbs.
Leave
You
us
just
not
follow.
in temptation, we can find the way ourselves.
I don't need to do it here. This is the nice, peaceful place, and you found the danger.
She
So.
never really leaves the crumbs not to temptation. And we're like,
I'm like, I'm gonna go this way.
Right?
Okay.
Like, literally, hey, let's not follow the will-o-wisp. Oh, there they went. Oh, and you're talking to it.
All right.
Outstanding.
After I specifically said, don't talk to the fairy things.
XP real quick.
how much?
1,000.
Wow.
I know. You're telling me those were easy for you guys. And then I'm going to just remind all of our viewers that we are expanding north and maybe even south. So check for us in Ferndale. Or we'll find out in a week, maybe 2 weeks. We'll see when they get there.
Person's name is Willow.
This is, I don't know. You haven't
They
found
didn't
out.
ask for a name. They just
And we're good.
We didn't have a chance.